Okay, this is now the Tarot Q&A number 22. And this is part 2 of 2 about the tarot improvisation. And last time I spoke about somebody called Louisa wanted to know her future with the tarot, and she laid a Celtic Cross. So last time we looked at the first 6 cards, and today we're going to look at the last 4 and then kind of put it together. And this is tarot improvisation. So I'm thinking what we do is we turn a card and we look at it, and there are various things we could speak about, and we pick one of them and we try and work something with it. If that doesn't work, we go back to the beginning, or we go back to the card itself and choose something else and see if we can develop something with it. So card number 1, or card number 7, which shows the present position, was the 6 of Batons, right, upside down, as it happened. So what do we do with this? We can look at the card and we see the person sitting on a horse holding a banner and a wreath of victory at the top. So the card, it can represent celebration and victory, but the card is upside down. So maybe it's saying that Louisa is disappointed, that she maybe thought at this point she should have been further ahead, but at this point there isn't a reason to celebrate. And then we could look at the other cards and get an idea of how they support that idea or contradict it, and do something with that. The other thing is, if you look, we see 5 people around the person on the horse. So it can make us think that it's important for Louisa to have support or to have people she can share with. But the card is upside down, so there is no team, there is no support, there isn't enough support from the people around her. And it can be that she lacks confidence, partly because other people don't help her understand or help her develop or encourage her to take the tarot seriously, for instance. There's also the fact that the person sitting on a horse, and the horse is going to move under its own steam, and the person sitting on the back doesn't have to do anything. And maybe this is what the situation is for Louisa, that she wants to be carried forward without having to do much work. But that's not how it works. So we've got 3 possible ideas that we could develop. Card number 8, I have to rush. Card number 8 was the Knight of Pentacles upside down, right? So the eighth position shows the influence of other people, right? And knights are messengers, but it's upside down. So it's a bit like when it comes to Louisa and the tarot, other people are not going to be much help. The messages that she gets from other people are not particularly encouraging or hopeful. And also because Pentacles is money, maybe they're not going to want to pay her initially anyway. But also because Pentacles represents values, it can be that what she wants to tell them, the kind of information she wants to give them, is not the kind of information that people want to hear. So she may want to give them philosophy and they want fortune telling. Or maybe it's the other way around. She wants to give them fortune telling and they want philosophy and to understand what life is for. But one way or the other, she sort of doesn't connect with the people that she knows at the moment. Then we can say, okay, what does she do about it? Then we look at the other cards to get an idea of what to do about that. The 9th card, the hopes and aspirations, the hopes and fears, rather, is the 4 of Cups, right? But it's upside down. So, because hopes are about the future that hasn't happened yet, and fear is also about the future that hasn't happened yet, maybe we look at an upright card would be what she hopes for, an upside down card would be what she's afraid of. So let's say this 4 of Cups upside down represents what Louisa is afraid of when it comes to working with the tarot. So two things. One is the person sitting below the tree and there's this hand emerging from a cloud. Maybe she doesn't see it, so she's afraid that she's not going to get inspiration, or she's not going to see the extra information that makes for a good reading, let's say, right? Because the cup is there but she doesn't see it. So whatever the cup might represent, she ignores it, or she just doesn't notice it. The other thing is that the person here is looking at the three cups, but it's upside down, as if she doesn't see what's right in front of her. And that can be the point as well, that she looks at a card and tries to turn it into something complicated instead of just looking at the card and seeing, okay, the person's walking away, so you, the answer to your question, walk away. So instead of trying to make something significant or important about the card or about the message of the card, keep it simple, maybe, is what we would say. She's going to overcomplicate things. Or she's afraid she's going to overcomplicate things. So again, we can go back to look at the rest of the spread to find out what to do about that. And the last card is the King of Swords, upside down again. Upside down cards in a way it doesn't matter, because it's what use you make of the card that's important, what you learn from it that's important, rather than the fact that it's upright or reversed. So the final outcome is a King of Swords reversed. And so a king upright is authority. A king upside down, lacking authority. So it could be that Louisa isn't going to be as in control as she wants to be. Which may seem like a bad thing. But, okay, so we've been through all 10 cards and we've got something about each of them. And it's a bit like those are the 10 ingredients. Now we have to answer the question. So we could begin with the Ten of Swords, the King of Swords reversed at the end, and work our way back to answer the question about her future with the tarot. Or we could go to the third card, the Foundation, the Five of Batons, and talk about variety and her adaptability and how that's what she's supposed to build on when it comes to the tarot. Right? So if she's meant to be adaptable, is the King of Swords adaptable? I don't think so. So maybe what she does is she's basically adaptable, but she's going to lose that ability to be versatile when it comes to the tarot. She's going to think that she has to be in control, she has to be in charge, she has to be harsh, maybe, because it's a sword. And she loses a sense of delicacy. So that could be a reminder to her, when you're dealing with the tarot, be delicate. You don't need, a claymore, a big sword. You just need a little scalpel when it comes to answering people's questions, let's say. But I'd like to look at the seventh card, this Six of Batons, mainly because it's a bit like, if we go back to the first card, it was the Two of Cups, which shows the boy on the left and the girl on the right. And somehow, if we look at the Six of Batons as the present position, if we go back one card, we've got the Eight of Pentacles, which represents Louisa working diligently and repetitively at learning the tarot. And that's, if we keep going up from the Six to the Eight of Pentacles to the fifth card, the Ten of Cups, celebration. Right? So it's as if she is willing to work at it, she'll be able to celebrate. And that's one route that she could take. And that in its own way is paralleled by the boy on the left-hand side of the Six of Cups at the beginning. Because if you understand, the masculine forces, situations, go out and make things happen. Whereas the feminine responds to circumstances. So kings go out and make things happen. Queens look at what's going on and then make a decision. So it's as if that going one way, represented by the boy. So if she takes charge and just goes and studies and learns and works, then there'll be celebration, the 10 of Cups at the top, what may come. But if she takes the feminine route, being tentative and holding back and being unsure and letting that uncertainty control her, letting circumstances control her. So she does a reading and people don't like it. So what? They didn't like it. Okay, you learn from that and move on rather than give up because somebody didn't like something you said. And that's kind of the feminine approach represented by the girl in the 6 of Cups. So it's as if she can go one way through the 8 of Pentacles to the 10 of Cups, celebration. Or she can go through the 4 of Cups reversed, fearing that she's not going to see the point or that she's going to miss something important. And that will make her defensive, the King of Swords reversed, and feeling that she has to support herself or defend herself even when there's nothing to defend yourself against. Okay. What do you think? Leave a comment. Don't leave a comment. I don't know. I'm just suddenly going to stop. So thanks for watching. I'll be back in a bit. Don't know what I'll do, but if you have suggestions, let me know. The other thing is, what do I do about Facebook? I've got all these people on Facebook. Anybody wants to be my friend, I just say yes, confirm it. But I don't know what to do with people on Facebook because I never go to Facebook. I don't know what to do with it. So if you have suggestions on what I do with Facebook, let me know. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay? Bye-bye.